Max,
I told you not to chug that.
Whoa.
So for the podcast,
I feel good though.
we told Dave that these cut waters were strong.
Yep.
And he said
I'm
it don't smell strong.
It
don't taste strong.
I'm not gonna lie, it
And
doesn't
he
smell
shrugged,
strong at all.
chugged.
It ain't gonna
Strong,
phase
man.
me.
It's not gonna
I'm
phase
Dave.
me.
I'm
Dave.
top tier Dave.
I am
top tier Dave. Welcome in, fans of the GameHeads podcast. I know it's not a lot of you, because it's been about 10 years since the last episode. But we back! Nice. Talk about video games, Game of the Year 2025. It's 2026 now. We are recording this on January 3rd. Yeah. And I'm here with my normal cohorts, Miles, Mondo, Dave, Max, Dorian. How y'all doing today?
All right.
Spectacular.
Great.
Could be good.
What happened now?
We'll delve deep into that later. That's on the agenda. Dorian's mental health. We'll get to it.
So, we are here to talk about video games, talk about the stellar year, and in some ways problematic of 2025, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So, we are here to talk about consoles and their directions, video games and their directions, indie games, big games, Call of Duty being bad. You know, just don't lay it all out there for y'all. Okay, so we're gonna start the whole thing off with basically just an overview of how the year was, whether it's, you know, the frequency of releases, consoles, Nintendo trying to sue everybody. You know, secondly, we will go on to our personal talks of the games that we felt strongly about, whether it was good, bad, you know it is. And then third topic, we're going to end it off with just talking about anything, whatever, life, you know, because as we are all strong black men, some with families, some with jobs, some just trying to fucking make it out there.
I thought Dora was Asian.
We be having a lot of stuff to talk about. We have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Mixed up identity here. I mean, he's the brightest and brightest of us. So,
topic one. Would anybody like to start? I have general topics about consoles. You want to talk about?
Let's talk about consoles.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about.
I'm on PC, so y'all got this.
Well, There's a couple places.
PC's a topic too.
There's a couple places I want to start. Sony up in the price of video games really upset me.
Sony?
I'm gonna say, wait, hang on, Sony?
No, it was sorry.
Nintendo. There we go.
So Nintendo, then Sony.
Well, Nintendo. Hang on. Nintendo, Xbox, and then Nintendo. No, Nintendo,
Xbox.
It was Sony.
Yeah, it was Nintendo, PlayStation, then Xbox.
Could have sworn the Xbox was the
either way. Whoever did it, or Nintendo started.
Nintendo started.
It was ridiculous.
It was definitely suspicious when Nintendo decided, hey, we gonna have Mario Kart World Tour. What's it called?
Whatever. I ain't buying it. Whatever it is.
I'm not buying it either. Yeah.
I was upset.
Make the game $80, and also
for the additional people.
And also, we aren't gonna put the game on the disc. It's just a download code.
License. Yep.
Yeah. It's,
So that actually is interesting because it brings up the fact that, you know, a lot of these companies that raise these prices, Sony included, and as well as Microsoft, when they increase these prices,
at the
end, okay, fair. But when you raise the prices of these games, and majority, like, you can't claim tariffs, right? You can't claim any of those things because most people download, and it's just a fact of life. Most people download. Most people are getting their games digitally. Now, me personally, I still like to have a physical copy.
Same.
But most people,
we can talk about the death of that coming
up. Exactly, and the death of that is coming up.
Yeah.
But like I said, I love the fact because I want to own my property.
I still buy physical games.
I still do as well, right? I just bought, like, for Christmas, I literally bought, like, maybe 8 or 9, you know, on sale, you know, physical copy games because I don't want to see the death of physical, like, of physically owning something. Especially because when you have these games that are licensed, like Nintendo likes to do,
Concord,
you know, or like something like
Concord. I want a copy of Concord.
This is 2025, sir.
I'm glad you do though, because here's the thing: when things are digital like that, and most people buy them digitally, when they remove them from the store, you can no longer own this property anymore. And that's what we're fighting
Concord,
against.
even as a disc, if you put the disc in, it will say this game is supported.
Yep.
And you can't play it.
I was gonna say, that's the only other thing.
Even though I paid $80.
Even though you pay $80 for it.
You paid that money for it. You have this physical copy, and nowadays,
Like,
especially with a whole bunch of stuff that like you have to have like an online key and all this other stuff. Even if you have a physical copy, it's just like, hey, I own this physical property. That's great, but the moment that you link up online, they might have a chance of sitting over here and saying, "Well, this is unsupported. We don't want to play this anymore." It's not like back in the day when you could have like a Sega cartridge. And you put that in, you turn that system on, you gonna play it. These days, heck, even with Nintendo sitting over here with like the Switch 2 with like their little key card things that you have to plug into the thing, and it's literally just a fucking key code at this point.
Yeah, you still got downloads.
You still have to download
it.
You still got to do all this other stuff, and like it's literally you're still licensed at having it. You just have a physical license instead of having a digital license.
And who do we get to blame for that? Nintendo.
Yep.
Nintendo is who we get to blame for all of that. Because they literally curved the market to go, you know, you gotta protect your IP, and everybody out trying to take your IP, and it's like, you know what? That may be the case, but if you make a phenomenal game, nobody gives a damn.
Yeah,
right.
Nobody,
exactly.
like I'll go with Nintendo with the whole Power World shit.
Yep.
It's like I don't play Power World, but a lot of people got fucking joy from it. But guess what? Pokemon is still a multi-billion dollar piece of IP.
We don't get the Pokemon.
I guess
we don't get the Pokemon. So
why are you strong arming Joe Schmo sitting in his basement developing games when like y'all are making bread hand over fist, like chill
and barely
it's not
working
out. And it's like, and when you think about how we get the the Team Cherry, Hollow Knights, and like these games that like nobody expected to be good, and they just take the world over. Those are slowly gonna go away. They're gonna go away, and it's like I feel like we're on an upswing because we're seeing a lot of indie games breaking.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of people go, "Oh, this is great," but Nintendo is laying the groundwork to watch those things go away.
Yeah.
And as a lawyer, it makes me even more frustrated because you're using the court system to trample over these people who like my entire life all I want to do is make a video game. And then it's like, oh, that smoothing code looks a lot like ours. And before I sound smart, one of my cousins was a video graphic designer, and he told me that, and that's how I know what that is. Do I still know what it is? I don't. But I know that they need somebody to do it.
But it's good for a laugh.
It sounded right to me.
No, it was. But
okay, so to stick with Nintendo, has anybody bought the Switch 2?
Hell no.
No.
Is anybody thinking about buying the Switch 2?
I will buy. So here's the thing. I love Super Mario. So I love Mario Party more than I love almost any game on the sun.
Yeah.
So will I buy a Switch 2 at some point? Is it going to be right now? No. Is it going to be? It's going to have to be on sale, and it's going to have to not be $600.
Yes.
So
Nintendo had never made nothing worth $600.
So I'm not a fan of the Switch 2. One for the game cart thing. That's a whole other thing. Yeah. But two, I don't feel like the Switch 2 is a true upgrade on the Switch 1. It really feels like a PlayStation Pro.
It's the Steam Deck update. It's the Steam Deck
system, right?
The Steam Deck LCD to OLED. That's all it is.
They have cool features.
I would disagree because if you look at that what's the name?
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Like if you look at that, they could not pull that off on the. Well, I know it's on. No, it's not even on the Switch one, is it?
Elden Ring.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I agree. They probably can't pull that off on the Switch one.
Elden Ring is on Switch 1. If they can,
and it did not. It did not great.
It ran all right. It ran okay.
Okay, but like a Cyberpunk 2027, right? 2077, right? Cyberpunk 2077. That doesn't run well on the Switch 2.
It runs great on my Steam Deck, and I play it.
But it runs well on the Steam Deck, right?
80 times.
What other game? Skyrim. Skyrim doesn't run on it. I'm sorry?
Skyrim ran on my Switch
too?
Skyrim.
Yeah, that came out on the Switch too.
Skyrim ran on my first Switch.
I could probably play Skyrim on PS Vita. Shit.
That's probably true.
No, I mean that'd be a stretch.
That'd be a
stretch. Look, I have a Vita, and I'll tell you right now that a Vita does not. Will probably not run that very well. Not without exploding in your hand.
You gotta lower it. You just gotta lower the frame rate. If you lower the frame rate, you can play anything.
It's not that demanding.
It's not.
I really feel like the Switch 2 is a justification to play the Switch 1 games that ran poorly, like Pokemon Scarlet, Metroid Dread, that couldn't really reach 60.
Agreed.
Stuff like that. And
agreed.
But I mean, that's what PlayStation basically did with.
But they
I'm not happy with them neither.
But they call
No,
it.
I'm talking about when we were transitioning from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. One of the big things was like, oh yeah, look, all the games from our PS4 era, now they all run great. We got lowered loading times.
Well,
that was a big selling point.
They eventually stopped.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well,
that is like
8 months before the console came out.
They ran into production issues because the PlayStation 5 was supposed to be out way before it was.
It was.
So they started to put out games that were geared for the PlayStation 5 for the PlayStation 4.
Yes.
So that reverse marketing was them going, hey, we didn't fuck up. We got this system now that can now play them games.
That's exactly what happened, and the reason why that happened was because of the shortage from COVID, and then all the microchips got messed up. So that delayed the release.
That literally led to the chip factory that we have in New Mexico. We had that chip factory from President Biden because of the PlayStation and the Xbox.
Needing chips.
So I had both.
I mean, and ballistic missiles and stuff like that as well because we need them for that.
I mean, obviously.
But all that to say, Sony basically pulled
there's food
the same
in
thing.
here, by the way.
That's fine.
I've been staring at it. Please take it out. Thank you.
Basically, all that to say is Sony Nintendo just basically took a page out of Sony's book by just doing the same thing Sony did. The PlayStation, in all honesty, I didn't even buy a PlayStation 5 video game until like 5 months after PlayStation 5 was already out because I just wanted to play all my PS4 games and have them run to the way they were supposed to run. Cyberpunk. Key example, ran like shit on the PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awful.
We wouldn't. Me and
I mean,
Dorian.
that shit ran awful.
Dorian and
It was
I
awful.
would not know
It
because
was
we
awful.
played it from the beginning and
Yeah,
we
we
had
did.
no issues.
Y'all had no issues.
No issues. I played it
On the PS4
Well,
version?
y'all playing on a 4 Pro.
I got serious.
No, he played on PS4
He played
regular.
on his. You played on your 5 digital.
Yeah.
He played on his 5 digital. No.
No, I'm saying, did you play it on 4? Because I played mine on the PS4. I bought mine on the PS4.
I played
Upgraded it to the
I
PS5.
had like the upgrade.
I played on
So-
Series X.
But I bought it
You played on
because
Series X. You played on Series
Sure.
X. I'm positive 100%.
Yeah, whatever. The long story short,
You
that
like
game was a
DBS
masterpiece.
from dumb shit.
Dumb shit.
But basically that's what I'm saying. Overall though, basically they just
I
took a
don't
shit
agree
thing.
with you. No, I did. You're right because I gave my brother my Xbox, the black one, whatever it was called.
But yeah. So basically that's what I'm saying. Though, is like if we gonna talk about anybody starting it off, that was really Sony. Sony was the first because even Xbox, they've been doing.
Sony did the original 60 price. The 60 price.
they did.
Bump.
That was definitely
Sony. I
Sony.
never forgot that.
I remember that.
I was very upset
because
about
I was very upset by that too.
Very upset by
right?
that.
But I will say that overall, even though they did that price bump up to the $70, right? Because they were the first ones to really do that. At the time, it wasn't too egregious. Now going up to $80, that's super egregious.
And one video game,
right?
In one video game console lifespan, that's absurd.
Absurd, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because that's basically 2 price jumps in one video game console generation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. And that right there, especially when you're dealing with things like inflation, right? People struggling, at work, right? Like I said,
precious metal shortages.
like it adds up, right? So it gets to the point where gaming now becomes more of a luxury than a pastime like it used to.
See, but that's what's so messed up about it is that gaming has become it has transitioned from a luxury to a lifestyle. There are people that their entire
Identity
is playing video games. So now you got people, and I don't know how much y'all read the news, but the studies have shown that video games are as addictive as cocaine.
No, they are.
Video games
I agree.
are as addictive, and a lot of studies say they're more addictive than cocaine. And they ruin people's lives. People spend all their damn money on them, and now it's like a pharmaceutical company that gets you hooked on a drug and then raises the price up, or the local drug dealer who's giving out crack for free,
I see what you mean.
giving out crack for free, and now suddenly crack is $10 a rock.
Yeah.
So what's so messed up about it is that now you got it where this generation or our generation are having kids. We half the people at this table got kids.
Yeah.
So it's so we're playing video games with our kids.
Yeah.
So now we grew up with is my mom, is my dad gonna buy this game? But now we got jobs, so we buy the game ourselves.
Yeah.
And our kids ain't gotta go looking for nothing because we got it already.
Which is crazy because back then games cost like $20.
Exactly.
$25, right? Like one game.
No. Better yet, controllers cost that much. Because I remember back in the day, obviously, my mom was paying for everything I had. But
It's a good time.
Like,
I'm gonna say I had to cut some grass for some money so I can buy something.
Getting frustrated at the game because I know at least most of us at this table have gotten to the point where we got mad at the game back in the day.
It's on the remote.
Fucking Lion King.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that game was hard.
God.
Aladdin.
The underwater Teenage
Whoa.
Mutant Turtle level.
That game was hard too, yeah.
That controller was
I'm not gonna lie,
chucked.
that drink just hit me.
I told you. I told you.
As soon as
you touched my arm, I said, Dave,
as soon as I hit max,
Analog sticks aren't
It's a fucking
offset.
Xbox remote.
Let's-
It's an Xbox remote.
It's a thicker
so-
PlayStation
It's
controller.
an Xbox
Are you
remote.
bringing up something?
Wait, hold on. So
I got a good memory.
now that we're here, Xbox had themselves a year.
let's talk about
Xboxes have themselves a year.
Let's talk about
Saying that Max
Nintendo-
still defends Xbox to this day.
Hang on. We're not letting Nintendo off the hook.
gun first.
We're not letting Nintendo off the hook, right? Nintendo still got problems.
Oh, hell
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not letting them off the hook, but let's talk about Xbox. I've been waiting to talk about Xbox since you brought up podcast.
I'm about to play Cuphead. I ain't listening to this.
Cuphead's on
All
PlayStation
right, look,
2.
here's
Come on,
the
Steam Deck.
thing. Here's the
Shut
thing.
up.
As loved and as you know, revered as Xbox has been over the years, this has not been a good year. Not a good console generation. It hasn't been very good for Xbox this year.
I'm gonna be lying. I wouldn't be lying to you if I didn't say that part of me didn't die seeing Gears of War on the PlayStation.
I was gonna say
Part of me
because
died. Part of me
It's
died
sickening.
when I saw
It's
it.
sickening. Yeah, it's not.
but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Here's the thing that confuses me though, because in my opinion, Xbox has the better overall product out of all the
Agreed.
consoles.
What do you mean by product? Wait.
No, I'm not saying. No, you're right. They do. They do.
As in the console
Let
or
me explain why.
yeah, please. Because I'm about to kick you
What
out.
what other console out right now can you play games from 2 generations ago and run it on your current console right now?
I can play PS5 games on my Series X. By the way, I put in PS5 games on my Series X and they run.
Please don't sue us.
Also, don't.
I
put in PS5
Allegedly.
and it explodes.
Now you can't play physical copy games of systems from 3 generations ago, 2 generations ago, but you can still play.
No, you can't. No, you can.
No. I'm talking
on my
PlayStation.
Xbox, I can put in old Xbox games and they still.
No.
run.
I'm saying you can't. I'm saying like far as PlayStation goes, because
Right.
you're saying Xbox is the only one who can do it, but you can
All right,
still
let
play.
me correct myself. What other console, if you own a PS3 game, can you play it on your PS5? Yes or no?
No, you can't.
You notice you can do that on
Xbox Series X. Yep.
But do you
That's
know
true.
that like PS3 in general has a proprietary system that locks a lot of their games to that system?
That's fine.
Which is dumb on their part. They should never did that.
But we're talking about the product itself.
No, you're
So-
right. You're right. And I agree.
boom.
I own both, and I'll
All
get it.
right, now, Game Pass before the price hike was one of the
was-
best.
oh,
deals.
Go to Julian
It
first,
was.
because Julian loves Game Pass.
I do.
No,
Right.
but it is
on the
not.
market.
But it is not worth it now.
Not anymore.
Like I said again,
Not
we're
now.
talking. We're talking about the year that they're
It's still
having
kinda
now.
worth
I don't know. I'm saying
still
okay,
kinda
no,
worth
that's but no. All that to say, I'm saying that to say that it has the best system on the market in my opinion. But they just run it. The company itself just runs so shitty.
But do you know why though? Like I said, there's a reason why that they're running into that.
I mean,
It's a Microsoft owned.
Microsoft
Yeah,
taking over.
and Microsoft.
I mean, Microsoft
Xbox is a subsidiary of Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft wants to focus on AI now, and because they want to focus on AI, everyone's focused. Well, Sony doesn't apparently right now, at least. That's knock on wood.
Sony was really focused on that VR shit for a while.
They were, and that's
off of that, didn't they?
But again, that didn't cost them as much.
Facebook was focused on the metaverse, but that shit is a thing of the past.
But the investment into investing into VR versus investing into AI is completely different. Like you're talking billions of dollars that Microsoft is investing.
You know how much money they invested in the VR virtual reality? Like that, you don't.
No,
remember
I'm
the
not saying they're not.
Vision Pro shit.
No.
How crazy the world was, or the PS fucking whatever, the Beat Saber shit. People love that.
But that's investing into a system versus investing into AI.
Fair.
Yeah, like they want to invest into these AI like what they call them, AI farms and stuff like that, where they're buying up land and literally
You heard
putting
it
in
here
these
first
things.
on GameHeads podcast. It's coming for a crash. The AI is coming for a crash.
It is.
If you just listen to one person and you hear Max say,
Please don't sue us though, by the way.
stuff is
But
coming
y'all are
for a
going for a
crash
crash.
at some
Y'all,
point.
yeah, you guys are gonna crash.
It's just too much.
It's too much money being invested into
Too
it.
much resources.
Too much resources.
It's overinvestment, and it's going to crash.
Yeah.
So
Like,
just,
as much like of an electrical problem and stuff like that, like running AI and all this stuff is gonna be like it's
electrical problem. You mean carbon emissions?
Yeah.
You mean
all that.
Decreased fucking land use?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They literally
All
bought
that
land for that.
It's
It's
unsustainable.
poisoning.
That-
The
all
one
that.
for that
Eminent
Elon Musk
domain.
bought is poisoning Memphis right now. Memphis,
Yeah.
Tennessee is being poisoned
Yeah.
by the AI center that he built. You know, not he, but like, you know, his company built to start pumping out all this AI stuff, and everybody wants to jump into AI. The problem with and bringing it back into gaming, Microsoft is investing heavily into that.
This was all gaming. AI is involved in everything.
It's involved in everything because now let's talk about the RAM shortage. Now we're in 2026 now,
So,
and because of AI,
speaking of consoles,
we now are having a RAM shortage, which is going to affect gaming massively.
And gaming is
like
primarily
PC
done online.
console, everything.
And it is mostly
like
done
that,
online.
Like that new,
Almost everything is done online
like
now.
Steam console, whatever it is coming out. The PC.
They haven't even given us a price for it yet.
Like they haven't got it because they got to figure
Steam
out
Cube,
the
right?
yeah.
Steam Cube.
The Steam Cube, yeah. Is it the Steam Cube?
Yeah.
No,
Nintendo.
Steam box? Steam box?
Nintendo gonna sue.
Was it Steam
Don't call
box?
it a cube.
The Steam Cube, Nintendo
Don't
go
call it a
Max,
cube.
You're right. I didn't even tell. I'm giving them ideas.
Don't give money.
I thought it was some generic ass name, but I was like, that's a generic.
Rectangle.
Steam Cubic.
The perfect
device.
The Steam rectangle.
Okay. Let's head back to Xbox, right? So,
Oh shit.
God damn it, you have more.
I'm trying to be relevant.
So
Put up the sale.
there was the Game Pass hype, right?
There was.
Where I think they went from $20
Like
to
50.
$30
Oh.
for console gamers. PC is the
That's way too
same.
much.
Oh, it's
Was-
safe and same?
I
Yeah.
thought it went up 20.
Also, they've shut down multiple studios, and
And they should have.
And-
That's what
and-
it's about right there.
the biggest thing that I think that maybe we've all said about Xbox is if they just get the studios to make the games, they'll be good.
Yeah, so that would be smart.
And then they decided to
That
buy
was-
all the studios.
Blizzard.
Bethesda,
They did.
Blizzard, Activision,
Activision,
Tango
Blizzard, same
Works.
thing.
They have made
Shout
one
out
of
to
the
Activision,
greatest,
Chicago Zone.
one of the
Yeah.
funnest games
Chicago Zone video game
in
company. Nobody.
Hi-Fi Rush, and then they just shut it all down.
God.
Okay,
Nick,
that to me
just
right
put it
there
out.
is egregious.
That-
what they did
that-
with that.
Oh my God.
I don't know what their plans are for the future. I don't even know if Xbox brand is going to be more than just handheld,
It is.
Ally
Xbox
ROGs.
is just gonna be Sega. That's what's
Microsoft,
going- that's what they're going
Microsoft
towards.
has been a tourist in the video game industry since the release of the Xbox.
Really?
So let's be honest.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
All right, fine. Yeah, hey, it's a podcast. Feel free to disagree with me.
Here's the thing. I'm not an Xbox fan, but I disagree with that.
But Microsoft has been a tourist in the video game industry, and they've gotten help from certain entities that break them into certain things. So you got fucking Bungie with Halo, and you got whoever the fuck made Gears of War. I should know that. So they've been fortunate. They've been fortunate to have some, because let's be honest about fucking the exclusive market. PlayStation has murdered them in the exclusive market.
They have.
Since its inception. Because Sony leaned heavier in PlayStation. PlayStation was a game company.
Yeah.
No.
Microsoft wasn't.
No.
Let me finish.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sony was making TV.
No. Hang on. But what he's saying though.
What
I'm
I'm
sorry,
saying-
I
yeah,
don't
no,
want to
go
interrupt.
ahead, no.
But what he's saying is that Sony literally built a gaming studio. Like that's part of their. PlayStation is part of their. That's a huge part of their market share. No. It's not. If you look at Microsoft as a whole, it's not a big part of their market share.
Microsoft's Xbox.
Which is why they're controlling what Microsoft is doing. The fact that they spent all this money, they want a return on investment, right? Their return on investment is why, and correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. That's why they're releasing their games
100%.
multi-platform,
100%.
right?
It's all
to make.
It's all about increased monetization.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about. It's not about the game industry as a whole. It's about how can I squeeze more money.
Exactly.
Out of it.
Especially like when we go back to like saying like Gears of War being on PlayStation now. this generation for
Egregious.
Xbox has
Egregious.
not necessarily been the best. So
It hasn't been the best
what is
since the Xbox One.
Right. But what is Microsoft doing now? They're just like, hey,
terrible system.
we want more money.
Yeah.
How can we get more money? We're going to take our IP that we have exclusively and we're going to give it to
And we're going to share it to
But-
Nintendo, and we're going to share it
I
to
wonder-
Steam, and we're going to share it to all these other brands.
I wonder how differently things would be if Microsoft / Xbox didn't have that terrible E3 showing where they said,
You know
if
what?
That is a part of it.
That is a large part of it.
Whoa, what happened?
You remember when Xbox One first came out, and they were showing everything besides video games that you could do on the console.
Yeah, when
Oh,
they
yeah.
had the first
Well, they were
connect,
trying to market that.
And then there's always online.
yeah, with the connect,
You can watch Patrick Mahomes on your Xbox.
And here's the key thing that turned most people off. I know it personally changed me from going from Xbox 360 to PS4. Where he said, if you want to play video games and not be online, get a 360. I said, oh, you don't.
Don't tap on the table because
I said, oh, you don't.
What they were trying to do,
it's like a
was
fucking earthquake.
They're trying to take the people who are diehard video game players and turn them into, they were speaking to the people who weren't diehard video game players because they knew diehard video game players are going to buy this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what they were trying to speak to is, Joe Schmo's sports dad who don't play video games, but may want to fucking have the coolest new thing.
Oh.
So like, look at this. Now I got this, so I can do my Xbox Connect and all that other
So
stuff.
you know what?
And it was a
That would have been great if
Wonder
it wasn't
response.
at E3.
Agreed.
The video game.
Agreed.
fucking-
It was dumb. It was
That
dumb.
was the worst
Just,
decision ever
just
made.
because people got money doesn't mean they're smart. Being smart makes you smart.
That was
Also, I think that a big issue that they'll probably run into sooner rather than later is the fact that they bought Activision
That
for
was just a-
$69 billion.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because
What a choice.
I don't
I remember
know.
texting you that day and I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
but then again-
Everybody had a problem with that deal, and everybody wanted to. Here's the thing: the fact that Nintendo and Sony wanted to put a stop to that,
Yeah.
was showing you that was going to be a big problem. But in the hindsight of everything, that was a bad purchase. Not like as Microsoft saw it as a good purchase, or Xbox saw it as a good purchase, and Sony and Nintendo saw it as a bad purchase. It ended up being a bad purchase in general, just because return on investment means something.
Yep.
If you buy something for $69 billion, $69 billion, mind you, billion dollars
With a B.
would it be? You need to make like 3 times that just to appease.
I don't know if y'all watch like any like futuristic television shows, but one new like I don't know what's the trope in these shows are they're like, oh, did you fucking check with the people at Oscar Mayer Intel? Or did you check with the people at Amazon? Or I'm trying to think of another one. Oscar Mayer Intel is one that stuck out to me because I was like, that's ridiculous.
That is funny.
But
Oscar Mayer.
The point is like it's the whole the bank. Like people say like I got Fifth Third, I got Chase. And people like we're really close to the bank. So it's like when you think about it, it's like we're just inching closer and closer towards that because Microsoft should not own all of these people.
They should not.
But if you look at the blueprint,
especially since they can't manage. With shit.
remember, where everybody here is 21. Remember the craft beer boom when like craft beer popping up all over. Like you go in and you don't even see Bud Light. You see fucking I make beer in my basement.
I know.
I make bathtub beer. I'm a dad and I'm depressed, but I also make beer. And like you see
I'm
this
dead
stuff,
and I'm sad.
you see all this
It's
stuff
my beer.
everywhere. But then
I made beer in my business.
then something happens. Like, all of these big beer companies are like, you know what? There's a lot of money to be made here. So they start buying them all up. They all got fucking cheap and they all got bad. And like now there's like, it's back to being, the same companies. Anheuser-Busch is now bought by InBev, which owns half of the liquor
Honestly,
industry.
that's the same thing with streaming services too.
Exactly.
Streaming
services?
I was getting
I
it.
was getting it.
And it's like it's the evolution of business that when you get to that point, it's a sign of the wonder and the magic that was here is gone. It's
So
gone.
I got a question for you guys,
Come
man.
on.
Like I said, and this takes a little bit off. I mean, it's still game related, but it takes a little bit off.
Everything is game related.
Is this a problem with overall capitalism?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. End of discussion.
Then we have
Next
consistency.
We solved it. We solved it.
Because I feel the same way,
America,
right?
sir.
No. I know. I have because I feel the same way too. Because at a certain point, everything ends up being owned by one big subsidiary. Like, look at this.
The bank.
Yeah.
Disney owns so many properties now. Like I said, that it's at a point where it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look all the streaming services, right, that we're just talking
Remember
about.
what happened with the Jimmy Kimmel thing? The Jimmy
Netflix-
Kimmel thing messed them up. Like, people left Hulu and Disney Plus. Like they lost a measurable percentage.
No, they did. They did.
Over
They
it.
did.
Night.
I know,
And
because
didn't go back.
they rose the price because of that. Like I said, but that goes to show you that, you know, when the companies like Microsoft ends up buying all these big, massive companies, because again, let's be honest, in the industry of gaming, they have the biggest bank, right? They have the biggest bank. They can afford to buy all these different companies. But when you buy all these different companies and you don't do anything with these companies, or these companies don't return investment,
and that's the thing, is that they're expecting the companies to like just so they're like, oh, this company has, you know, Mortal Kombat, you know, Unreal, whatever. They're just doing
DC
great.
Comics.
Yeah, right. They were already profitable. So then you buy it and you go, gaming profits are not the same as computer sell profits.
Yep.
They're not the same as, you know, TV sell profits.
Yep.
They're not the same. So you're like, how can we make this industry like that one?
Yeah.
So then what do? Fuck up the thing that we love.
that's the thing. And that's the problem we run into, right? Like, we have these companies
and
now.
because we're drug addicts, we're gonna keep buying the shit.
Oh, you
See-
brought it back to the point. So clever.
I actually love that. I like
food in your
actually
bed?
love that slight pause in the mic was so good. That pause was so good.
I ain't gonna lie, when the pause I was like,
That was.
I had to tell you that there was food in your beard, and you want to come and tell me that I wrapped my point up? I'm sorry for being intelligent.
That was so good. That was
Take
excellent.
a bath, nigga.
That was excellent. Oh my
Hang
god.
on, I need to have a little bit more of this.
Yeah.
That was so good. That was so good.
Gave you more, bro.
Like, I just love that we just let it sit there. We all fucking knew that shit was dumb. Like, we just let it sit there so that he could think about it.
Think about what you said and come back when you got something to say.
cut it out.
Edit that.
That was too funny, man.
Oh my god. All right. So
I don't think it was bad, Miles. I loved it.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
But I at the moment, everybody else was silent, so I
All right,
stayed silent.
Miles.
I wanted to be part of the
We're
group.
into it
I
now.
wanted to let him.
some would say that sounded like AI.
So,
Okay. So we were speaking
go
about
ahead, say the
big.
comment, Miles. He brought it up.
We were speaking about big companies,
Yes.
and a thing that big companies are running into is how are they going to use AI? And this is definitely going to land on video games.
Oh, it has.
Hard.
Already
Hard.
have.
So my question is where do people stand on AI? Whether it's generative
Are we talking about
or
Reddit, or we talking about the rest of the world?
No,
'Cause
yeah.
Reddit hates it.
No, are we talking about us? Or are we talking about Reddit?
Yeah, we talking about Reddit, or we
we are talking about us. What do we
Okay.
think about
Okay.
AI in terms of where that's going to lead us for video
Full
games?
disclosure.
So to start, I think that AI will be used.
Yes.
I think it will.
I think
It already has,
that AI can be used positively in the data side, in the coding side.
Yeah.
But I don't like it as a person that draws that
Oh, now.
that
Okay, that's
We
what
can
the
get
problem.
it.
thinks that my
Yeah.
art or other artists' art will be appropriated for said video game.
Check this out.
Blah
Check
blah
this
blah.
out. Julian, artist, AI, art. Max, lawyer, AI, lawyers. I hate it. There are things that AI is supposed to be used for, that it should be used for, like saving our lives, like fixing diseases.
Yeah.
We don't need it to fucking make our commercials.
No.
For video games.
Coca-Cola.
They did a Coca-Cola.
We don't need it.
They
We
did
don't
a
need
McDonald's Christmas.
They did it for
We don't need to take our order at McDonald's. We needed to be doing big things. You know what I'm saying? Fix our societal issues. You know, do that. Don't. But has it been used? Yes. And are people mad about it? For sure. Am I mad about it? To an extent.
Yeah.
I think that you need to be upfront and honest that we use
Yes.
AI
Yeah.
to do this.
Here's
And
the
it
thing.
shouldn't be no fucking
This is-
watermark. It should be a clear as day line that says made with AI. And let people decide whether
Let
they
them
wanna use it.
decide.
They're
Let
not
them
gonna-
decide.
Because they're not gonna do
Because
that.
y'all remember Call of Duty got in trouble for
For using AI, yeah.
using AI for the little like art
For the art,
things
yeah.
But then what a lot of people don't realize is that Arc Raiders also uses AI for their voice.
For the voice,
for the
Because
voice.
it's not full
Really?
disclosure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not full disclosure.
Yeah,
And
so
I
like
think
the
it needs to
voice
be full
actors
disclosure.
signed off like the voice actors signed off that they can use.
I'm fine with that. No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so
if somebody
signed off on it,
somebody sells their likeness, fine.
Yeah,
but that's
what that? What Tilly Norwood, that kind of shit, that's fucked.
That's why I
But
think
that's not full disclosure to the public because the public didn't know that until recently.
Sure.
And if you don't support AI at all, then you basically.
That's why I think context is important.
Well,
context
is important, but I think we are living in an age now where we can't escape it. We can't escape it.
No, we can't.
Yeah, so it's going to be used. It's just to what extent. Now, to Julian's point, I do agree that hey, look, if we're going to use AI, and one, it should be explained, right? Hey, look, we're using AI for this. But it should not be used for art, right? Artists should still be able to make their choices, to make their decisions. Hey, look, I want to be an artist, because that takes away jobs from people, right? Yeah. Same thing with like Max said, he's a lawyer, and he doesn't want AI to be your lawyer, right? Because using all the wealth knowledge that he knows,
people been losing their license left and right. So
exactly, like I said,
ChatGPT for arguments.
That's crazy.
Just not to go on a tangent, I was in a deposition with this old lawyer. He was like, I talk to ChatGPT every day. And I'm like, you do know that they keep that stuff, right? He was like, I'm like, what you mean? You tripping, old man?
Hey, he always said, I don't give a fuck.
But my point in that is that old lawyers are some of the worst people you'll ever meet. They are stuck in their ways. Like, I fucking dictation with Dragon, and if it and I read my books this way, and if it don't, jump up when I say, then it's wrong. So, to hear that from a old lawyer, that's wild. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's affecting everything.
Your doctor's probably using it.
That's the don't.
They got AI intake. They got AI intake forms. And there's robot surgeries happening that fully automated surgeries. We think that this small slice of our lives in video games is a big worry about everything else. It's hitting us here too, but it's hitting us everywhere else.
I think that AI is going to be used, and it has its place.
And it should be,
but I don't think
correctly.
So the companies are trying to replace humans. They're like, hey, I can make a short with just AI.
Yes.
Right? But when you need to fix the short, who are you gonna call? People. Right? It's not.
See, it is about the cost though, right?
Yes.
But here's the thing. They're using AI, perfect example, let's use Call of Duty. If Call of Duty is using AI to create these AI created, images and stuff like that, why are we still paying $80 for this price? Right. At that point, the whole purpose of them using AI is to save money.
But apparently, it's not about cutting costs. It's about maximizing profits.
But it is. You're right. It is about maximizing profits.
Words, not cutting costs, maximizing profits.
But that's the thing. Whenever they maximize profits, then again, it's them still hitting the savings that's not being passed off to the regular consumer. When you get to a point in gaming, and I'm talking about any game, right? I'm not just talking about Call of Duty, Activision, all that stuff. In any type of gaming that we're doing in this day and age, if we're still at a stage where they can use AI, if we say that, hey, AI is okay in certain aspects, but none of those savings are passed on to the regular consumer, then, that's where we run into a problem at.
Right. What's that doing for us?
So my thing is, back in gaming, let's say, I know it's the topic that we're going to talk about eventually, but Expedition 33, they lost one of the gaming awards for indie and stuff because they used AI for fucking newspapers. For newspaper articles and stuff like that.
Exactly.
In the game.
Which is so dumb.
Which is dumb.
It's
you deserve to lose because of that.
I don't think they do. I disagree.
Who needs to... No one's actually reading these newspaper articles.
It doesn't matter. Exactly. It doesn't matter. Why would you use it? Why would you use it for that?
It was a placeholder.
So also, they did patch the game to take that out and have people actually did it.
So it matters.
So why? No, they did that
they did that way.
People
but if it didn't matter, why would they change it?
Because they got caught.
Because they got caught. Exactly. Because they got caught.
Yeah.
If you didn't know it was shitty, then why change it? Why backpedal? Say, you know what, this doesn't matter, so we're gonna keep it. No,
I just want them to.
See everybody's pissed off, so let's change it.
I just think that
that's fair. I'm also the person that doesn't care when it comes to fucking random newspaper or article. And
let's go with that then. Okay, so you don't care when it's something minor like that. Then it's like, okay, well, let's see.
You care when it's a voice actor or
a
character?
But no, it don't go that far.
We can always cross the line with stuff though.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It all starts somewhere. So, thus, to put a nip in that butt early, sure, they gonna just get on their case now to make sure the rest of the gaming industry understands, hey, this is not acceptable if you want to win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
That's Oxycontin. Next thing you know, full blown fentanyl.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh wow! Part of the joke.
Make sure we put a disclaimer that there's drugs talking in this podcast. Just so our listeners know that there's a little bit of drugs.
Now rated M. Thanks, Max.
Look, we've been swearing. Have we been swearing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we've been swearing. It's already been M.
I dropped a F-bomb.
And I've been drinking, so it's good.
So I just think that big companies need to remember that video games, in the wide spectrum of what goes into video games, it's creative and then it's business, right? No, creative people,
you're speaking to my point.
Probably don't have the best business sense, how to make money, right?
They have no business sense.
But they have a vision,
Team
right?
Cherry.
Vision. Yeah,
Team
exactly.
Cherry.
And
I mean, Team Expedition too.
How it seems is that there is a lot of the business side that is encroaching into the creative. That's why we have things like microtransactions that are
super egregious,
that are terrible.
Right? So
you
I
mean
think
most
that
of Activision Blizzard's history?
most of Activision
we gonna
Blizzard.
get to them.
Hang on.
We gonna get to them.
So I talked about this yesterday. The bigger a company gets, the more they try to maximize profits.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because they become bigger and bigger and bigger, and they want to expand.
I mean, once you get shareholders involved,
and that's the thing. I really do believe that once you do get shareholders involved, it changes.
Comment.
That was great. I mean, but that makes sense though. That makes sense though. Once you get shareholders involved, your whole mindset of making money changes.
Yes.
Right, like I said, because now you're not making money just for the company.
It's your goal. It's your
well, you have a goal now, right? Like, hey,
your gasoline.
This company needs to make now.
Your goal used to be making a fun video game that everybody can enjoy, and it turns to how can I make as much money?
Thank you, Max. Excellent point.
That's the best way to say it.
Excellent point.
Now let's not get confused though. It's all
that was my segue, Miles.
Damn. Of course,
it was perfect.
No. Go ahead, Miles.
It's fine.
We're gonna have this on mic.
Go ahead, Miles. Go ahead.
It's always don't get it confused. Like just because and I think sometimes our minds don't think the proper way about it because we were younger. But the gaming industry has always been about making money. Like,
true.
Money. Any job.
But the amount of making
it wasn't
money,
the main goal though.
It wasn't the main goal.
To make a game good enough that it could
the main
generate
goal
money.
was to get all the
now to make money.
Think about this.
Who gives a fuck what the game is?
Think about what Larry and Studio said, right? When they won Game of the Year.
Amen.
Right? They said the next game that's going to win Game of the Year will be a game that people enjoy. People love to play. Yeah. Right?
BG3.
Yeah,
hey,
so
strong, and he shook the whole thing.
So that's what happened, right? Like when you make a game that people want to play, you will win Game of the Year, right? Companies that make and this, it's probably leading to your segue too about indie versus.
Lead me to the segue. I'm ready.
But a small studio who makes games that people want to play will outdo a studio that's a AAA that uses billions of dollars to make their game.
Julian will tell you, I'm a Metroidvania. I will play any Metroidvania game. Period. I love Metroidvania games.
Okay, so I'm
I've been
sorry,
waiting on
but I want
years.
to talk about this game so bad. What is it called? Magnolia.
Ender Magnolia.
Ender Magnolia.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't it one of the best games?
Spectacular.
All right, that's topic 2. Okay, Jeez Louise. All right.
Okay.
So
go ahead. But
the final subtopic
Thanks,
in topic 1 is what y'all was hitting on, which y'all kind of hit on, but okay, whatever. It was AAA games, AAA production versus indie games. Because as we have seen this year, indie games stepped up big into the gaming space this year. Whereas
I was say it hasn't been just a year; it's been a couple of years.
Whereas AAA games,
you have Ender Lilies, you have Ender Magnolia.
Right. That's the thing. Like Expedition has switched it up so much as an indie company that came out with a game that
won
Arguably
everything.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
So what's
I mean,
that
Hollow
indie
Knight-
category in the game of the year?
Hollow
list to be
Knight
like,
smashed.
buried out.
Hollow Knight smashed too.
smashed
Hollow
back
Knight
then, and that was
smashed and back in the
8
day.
years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hollow Knight killed it.
smashed it.
But that so.
And Silk Song did good
Silk
too.
Song- well,
Yeah.
Silk
But
Song
here's,
was
but
always-
here's, but here's the difference
original
though.
success.
If you look at the production value of,
Expedition 33 is a game that looks like a AAA
It
game.
looks like it
Yeah.
looked,
Yes.
but
That's it.
that's because it
But
came.
they kept
It was
They also kept it simple so much. Like they focused
It's
on they focused on story,
Mhm.
had the gameplay to the
Story
point
element.
where you have a lot of people that either love or hate JRPGs and like turn-based gaming, but for instance, I'm the type of person that likes a lot of
absolutely.
like JRPGs and turn-based gaming.
Wow,
But I got into some of the Soulsborne games by playing Elden Ring.
Bam.
So
Gateway game.
get
Like
into
drugs.
get into that game and learning like, oh, I gotta parry this, I gotta dodge this, blah blah. So what they did, which I'm not saying that Expedition 33 revolutionized or like were the onset of it, but they take that gameplay and make it more of an action RPG.
You make
with
such a
action
good
at the-
point, and we're not
Whoa,
on
whoa,
video
whoa,
games
whoa,
yet. Hold
whoa,
on, wait,
hang on,
hold on.
No, we'll talk about that.
Wait, hold on.
I got a point though.
You're going to say stop derailing us.
That is such a good point.
because it talks about that though. It's still. Hang on. Let me do this real quick. Like,
Such a good point.
okay,
I'm sorry.
so keep your point. But here's the thing about Expedition 33 as an indie game, as an indie property. The reason why it looks like a AAA game in general is because a lot of the people who worked for that studio came from like
from
Ubisoft,
Ubisoft,
right?
yeah.
Like I say,
Right.
so they know what makes a AAA game, and they did it with an indie budget, right? That's what makes that game
Like
so
Mappa.
amazing.
Like people who work for Map.
Like Mappa.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Mappa makes anime,
People leave-
and I like the way Mappa's anime look.
People leave Mappa and they like,
Cover it
yeah,
up
I
so
work
they
for
can pay them
Mappa,
late.
but
All right,
I
all
like
right.
being happy.
So let's end topic 1 here
Okay.
because I really need to talk about Expedition 33.